Man, New York, I gotta give y'all licks. I gotta give y'all licks. I'm for real because I'm beating up on y'all a little bit. I have been, but I just have to do it. For today's video, we're gonna go over how the transportation secretary visited New York after going to I-80, as you're gonna hear them say in a short bit, and was saying, "Hey, look, this is a mess." And obviously, you already know what's going to happen. The MTA is pretty much saying that's not true. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't listen to what everybody else and the naysayers are saying. Everything's okay. So we're not going to waste any time with me yapping. We're going to let them speak, and we'll talk about it as we go through it.
The Trump administration's Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, he was at the sinkholes I-80 in New Jersey this weekend, and then he took an opportunity to kind of come down hard on New York City's transit system.
But the MTA and transit advocates are pushing back on his comments. Robert Moses in serious reporter mode this morning at the 72nd Street station on 2nd Avenue, and here to tell us what's being said. Robert.
Kurt and Rosanna, last week you'll remember that Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy threatened to withhold federal funding from the MTA if the agency doesn't take steps to reduce crime. Well, over the weekend he ratcheted up his rhetoric by a lot. Despite some recent high-profile crimes, the MTA insists that the transit system is safer today than it was 5 years ago. The agency says crime is down 40% so far this year compared to the same period in 2020. Right before the pandemic, and the agency adds there have been fewer daily major transit crimes this year than in any non-pandemic year. But Duffy, the transportation secretary, paints a much different picture of the city's transit system. Over the weekend, as he toured those sinkholes in New Jersey, he was responding to a reporter's question, and he used some profanity to accuse New York Governor Kathy Hochul of shirking her duty to keep riders safe.
Before he says whatever he got to say, look, if you're a New Yorker, you ride the trains every day, you know that whatever he's about to say is probably not wrong. Probably not wrong. Like, we can sit here and be honest with ourselves. Can we not? We know that the transit system is kind of boo-boo trash. Like, didn't last month, didn't some teens steal like a railway car and take it for a joyride? Did that not happen?
An update on the reckless R-Train joyride in Queens last month. Police have now charged 2 teens over the incident, a 15 and a 17-year-old. It happened January 25th at the Forest Hills 71st Avenue station. Investigators say a group entered the unoccupied train, controlled it for a short distance, and broke several windows. Both teens face charges, including reckless endangerment.
A teen who police say was involved in taking an R-Train for a joyride last month has been arrested again. This time, we're told that it's for stealing MTA items essential to operating train cars. Transportation reporter Elijah Westbrook tells us what happened this time around.
There are ongoing safety concerns regarding people gaining access to unauthorized areas of the subway. This after authorities say a 15-year-old boy was arrested in the Bronx Thursday after allegedly stealing MTA radios, keys, and an employee's ID. These pictures from Instagram appear to show the teen in action with several keys likely used to operate the train and its features. He was caught after supposedly walking through his school's metal detector in the Bronx. When the alarm sounded, we're told he dropped his backpack and ran off to his home, where he was later arrested.
They're saying that the amount of crimes, the year basically just started. It's only March right now, and they're saying it's way less. What was going on before? Like, I wasn't as plugged in as I am now, but it was worse than this? Look. And obviously the MTA is always gonna like stick on their side and be like, no, things are fine. And like I've said time and time again, you can say things are fine, you can say the statistics are showing this, that, and the third, but the fact of the matter is that people riding on the subways do not feel safe. They feel like, you know what, every time I jump in this mofo, it's a hazard to my health. Like, I gotta be safe. I gotta be sure. You know, I talk to my cousins and everything like that, and they're telling me, yo, a lot of wild shit is going on in the train. And we're just supposed to sit here and act like it's not happening. So people getting pushed in front of the train, that happens a whole lot more than people think. For you non-New Yorkers or people that don't visit New York on a daily basis, people get pushed in front of the train or step in front of the train pretty often. It is not something that doesn't happen like a lot. It happens a lot. That's why when it makes the news, I'm kind of weirded out. I'm just like, wait, this happened like last week. So what's the difference? But before I keep yapping, let them say what they gotta say.
If you want people to take the train, take transit, then make it safe, make it clean, make it beautiful, make it wonderful. Don't make it a which is what she's done. And she can fix it in hours.
If the secretary wants to contribute constructively to the improvement of our subway system, to the feeling in this city, the answer is to invest, to engage, not to try and tear us apart.
So now that you've heard Duffy's comments, the question is, are they fair? Are they accurate? Well, we took that question to the real experts, i.e. the riders, this morning. Assessment?
Not necessarily.
You think they've gotten better, or?
I don't necessarily think they've gotten worse, but I would say I don't have faith in Eric Adams to do anything about it.
It's not perfect. Mainly the flaws are, you got a lot of homeless. You know, if you go right downstairs, they're usually down here in this one, and they can ride the train. So I don't think it's that bad, but it has its flaws.
It's just a big city. There's a lot of people. It's just unavoidable.
Another complaint from Duffy is fare evasion, which the MTA acknowledges is a big-time problem to the tune of $700 million in lost revenue each year. But to that, the MTA says that actually fare evasion has been down of late. In fact, 25% down in the second half of last year. We're live on the Upper East Side this morning. Kurt, back to you.
Every time you talk to NTA, bad things are down. Everything's down. Everything's down. Like it's down. But you need all this money still, because essentially, because what the first gentleman has said, he was part of like the Writers Association, I believe. He was essentially trying to say, yeah, instead of like constructively criticizing us and saying that we're a shithole, try adding more funds. This is what New Yorkers are talking about. The MTA is greedy as hell. They are greedy as hell. Cause they're about to raise it up from $2.90, I believe, to $3. Either in April. I want to say it's April or May. Around that time frame, they want to raise it up. So pretty soon, because they were talking about how fare evasion was such a problem. But now it's down 25%. Come on now. So why are you raising it up to $3? Why? What was the whole point of congestion pricing? To not add more money to the MTA? To add more money to the MTA because people are riding in and out of the city over below 60th Street, and then to have more people take transit to add more money to the MTA. Like, all I'm hearing is that they need all this money and they're working at a deficit. I talked about it before. So it's like, okay, where is this money going? The MTA needs to be audited. They need to figure out where all this money is going. Also, too, no offense to the people that answered, they need to get some like legit New Yorkers that take the train all the way from Long Island to the city, from Jersey to the city. Like real people that actually have to worry about taking these trains at night. That's who they need to talk to. You know what? They should do this newscasting at night and then talk to the people there. One of the guys that they interviewed, he spoke about the homeless. It is bad over there. And yeah, they just ride a train. And they'll just stay on the train, like going back and forth, hop off, jump on another train. That's exactly what they do. And they're sitting here talking about, I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, cool. When shit doesn't get better because y'all talking about it's not that bad, we don't want to hear nothing. We don't. Because if you talk to, I guarantee if they talk to more people, they would got a real answer. It is that bad. It's not clean, it's not safe, and it's not on time. Like I said, look, New York, this is y'all issue. Y'all gotta figure it out. Y'all gotta see what's gonna work for you guys. Stop electing people that have no care in the world for what goes on in your cities and your neighborhoods, because as you can see, it's not helping. And hold each other accountable. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying be Captain Save-A-Ho or Superman. None of y'all are bulletproof. I'm not bulletproof. Pick your battles. Because we all know at least one or two instances where someone's trying to step up and be a superhero, and then they either get their ass beat or they lose their life. Just try to hold each other accountable. Don't throw your trash everywhere. Like, don't be that type of person. If at least a few of you out there just takes pride in where you live at and the transportation that you take, you'd be surprised how much of a difference that can make. Honestly, that's all I have to say about it. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Hopefully hopefully there's some change. I hate the fact that when I go home, I gotta make sure I'm not on certain trains, certain train cars and I'm not going places at certain times of the night. I want to be able to freely take my train ride, go where I need to go, and then take care of my business. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm opening the discussion up to you guys, and you seem to be very interested in what's going on in New York and keeping up with the news, and I like that, I respect that. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you want more. Peace.